Let us start with the class. As you all know, we are currently in the third module, that is IP security. In IP security, there are two important protocols, AH and ESP. Right now, we are discussing ESP. In ESP, in yesterday's class, we discussed its packet format. Okay, basically, it contains security parameter index, sequence number. We call these two things as ESP header, and this will be the data. And padding, pad length, and next header would be called as ESP trailer. And repeat, you observe this, you understand this is required for today's class. Security parameter index and sequence number, okay, will be called as ESP header, and padding, pad length, and next header will be called as ESP trailer. Okay, so the packet for the structure was discussed yesterday. We also discussed how exactly anti-replay service will be executed. We also discussed what is the meaning of replay attack, all those details. Now let us concentrate on ESP transport and tunnel mode. Okay, so here whatever the diagram is appearing shared on the screen, here we have, this is example for transport level security in ESP, and this is example for tunnel mode encryption in ESP. Okay. So first let us discuss transport mode security. In transport mode security, there will be two hosts, and the security will be from one end to another end. That means two hosts will be involved in the security. So as I said, today's topic is ESP transport and tunnel mode. Okay, this is today's topic. It is part of ESP. So we are discussing transport level security, which is depicted in this diagram, and tunnel mode encryption, which is depicted in this diagram. So first, let us start with transport level security. In transport level security, what happens? This host, if it wants to communicate with this host, it will do all the encryption and it will send it across the network. So there should be ESP implementation here, and also there should be ESP implementation here. Then what happens? Whatever processing has happened, that is encryption, and it will be able to decrypt it, and it will be able to make sense out of the message. That is the thing. But in tunnel mode, what happens? This host may not be implemented ESP or IP security with respect to ESP. So if this host wants to send something to this host, it will do all the processing encryption, and it will send it across the network, and it will reach the security gateway. The security gateway may be firewall. Okay, the firewall will decrypt it, and it will get the sensible data, and it will send it to the host. So are you understanding? Here, host to host, there is a security mechanism. Here, host to security gateway, or maybe from security gateway to security gateway. So security gateway, you can observe here, there is a corporate network, corporate network, corporate network, corporate network. So what happens? This corporate network security gateway will receive the message and decrypt it, and that security gateway will be able to give it to any of the host inside that particular corporate network. That is about the tunnel mode. Okay. So let us in detail discuss what exactly is happening in transport level security. Okay. At the source, the block of data consisting of the ESP trailer, as I already said, ESP trailer is padding, pad length, and next header. And the entire transport layer segment is encrypted, and the plain text of this block is replaced with its ciphertext. Okay, that's what happened. Whatever the intended plain text, its ciphertext will be calculated, and that will be replaced with that. And if chosen, authentication is added if this option is selected. If the authentication option is selected, authentication would be added. After that, the packet is routed to the destination across the network. Each intermediate router need to examine and process the IP header plus any plain text IP extension header. See, each and every router in the network is processing the IP header. and also some extension headers, but it will not touch the ciphertext. Okay, that is the second step. The third step is the destination node examines and processes the IP header plus any plain text IP extension header, and then on the basis of security parameter index which is present in the ESP, the destination node decrypts. That means which algorithm is used, all those details, okay, to recover the plain text. So these are the three steps that happen in transport mode. The drawback to this mode is traffic analysis or passive attack can be done. So in order to avoid this traffic analysis from the opponent, the solution is tunnel mode. So okay, so how exactly the tunnel mode is implemented, let us see that. So in tunnel mode, the source prepares an inner IP packet with the destination address of the target internal host. This packet is prefixed by an ESP header. So this can be understood here. You look here. What happens? We have IPv4 and IPv6 implementation. If it is IPv4, what happens? As in the transport mode, this TCP and data will be prefixed by ESP header. This is transport mode. Okay, and then ESP trailer, and if chosen, ESP authentication will be there. Similarly, for IPv6, original IP header and extension header will be present, and after that you have the ESP header and destination address, and then you have TCP, and then you have the actual data, then you have the ESP trailer and ESP authentication. If you observe here, there is a arrow from this point to this point. That means this data, you can even observe the dashed lines over here. That indicates encryption is happening from this point to this point. Even trailer is encrypted. And also you are going to calculate authentication data from this point to this point, and if chosen, that will be added in the end. That's what happened in transport mode. That's what we studied in this slide. But now we are into tunnel mode. So in tunnel mode, what is happening? First, the source prepares an inner IP packet. Normally it prepares IP packet, and later the IP ESP header is prefixed to it. Okay, and afterwards what happens? The outer packet is routed to the destination firewall. So outer packet means here in the first step, after adding ESP header and ESP trailer, and if chosen authentication data will be added, the resulting block is encapsulated with new IP header. That means the IP packet, after IP security added, that is ESP added, it is treated as new payload, and after that obviously new header will be added, and that will be circulated, I mean sent it across, that will be sent across the network. And at the destination, see here, we are not delivering it to the host, we are delivering it to the firewall. That is nothing but security gateway of corporate network, and security gateway of corporate network will process, and it will take a sensible message by decrypting, and on the basis of security parameter index which is present in ESP header, the destination node decrypts the remainder of the packet to recover the plain text inner IP packet. Okay, so the inner packet is routed to zero or many hosts in the network. So the main difference is here the host should implement IP security mechanism. Here only security gateway, if it is able to implement security mechanism, that is enough. And along with that, the IP header will also be protected here. Here IP header is not protected. So that can be better understood using this diagram. Look here. So what is this diagram? You have, this is for transport mode and this is for tunnel mode. Concentrate and understand, it is very simple if you concentrate. There is a application layer, and application layer will be having the data. That is the normal data, whatever I want to send. And later what happens when it comes to the layer, TCP layer, along with the original data, you are adding TCP header. So next comes IP layer. In IP layer, along with TCP header, original IP header will also be added. You are understanding how exactly the development of the packet is happening, packet. Next, IP security layer. If it is there, that means AESP or AH to be implemented. Mainly, we are studying ESP. So original IP header will be there, and after that USP. This is the ESP header is added. This is the new thing which we are adding. And again, these two are the new things which I am adding. See, because of IP security layer. If IP security isn't there, only these particular structure would be remained. So the same process with respect to tunnel mode, what happens? Same application layer, you have the data, intended data, and then you have the TCP layer. So since because of the processing through TCP layer, you had a TCP header, and then you have IP layer, and because of IP layer, you have the IP header, and then there is IP security. So you can compare this. So because of IP security, same thing here. This and this are same thing, but only thing is the position of the ESP header is different. That's all. And after that, this entire packet is considered as a payload. That's why we have here new IP header, and this entire packet is considered as the payload. So here, even original IP header is protected. Here, original IP header is not protected. And here, host to host security mechanism will be there. Here, from host to security gateway, or from security gateway to security gateway mechanism will be there. Okay, that completes the topic ESP. So before going to the quiz, let me summarize whatever we discussed, and simultaneously, if at all you have any doubts in the topic ESP, please put it in the chat window. I will address your doubt. Okay, I'm not getting any message in the chat window saying you have doubt. Okay, let me summarize before going to the quiz. So in ESP, what all we discussed, the first thing is the packet format of ESP. Okay, you will be having the SPI, security parameter index, and sequence number, and the actual data whatever you want to send, and padding for three different reasons. You want to align pad length and next header to exactly right side of the ESP packet, and maybe to avoid traffic analysis of the packet. And also, if some encryption algorithm needs multiple of certain bytes, for that purpose you will be using the padding. This is about the ESP packet. And then there is a anti-replay service. That means replay will be avoided through what? The main mechanism is, you will be having the window which is having the default size 64, and n will be the highest sequence number of the valid packet till now you received. This is the window. Okay, so if you receive any packet inside the window, you are going to mark it you have received. If you receive any packet right side the window, you are going to advance the window. If you receive any packet to the left side of the window, that would be a replay, and it would be a matter of concern. And today we discuss transport mode and tunnel mode. In transport mode, what happens? There will be a IP security implementation from host to host, and there will not be security for the IP header. But here, the security will be from security gateway to security gateway, or host to security gateway. That depends. Okay, we understood this tunnel mode with virtual private network. That's why we are have the heading here: virtual private network via tunnel mode. Okay, so, and here there will be a protection of IP header, because entire packet along with payload and header will be considered as a new payload. Okay, that summarizes the ESP heading. Let us go to the quiz. So answer to the first question, everyone. Let me show you the first question. This is the first question which is displayed on the screen. Go through the question. ESP provides confidentiality, authentication, anti-replay service, all of the above, or none of the above. Okay, okay. Screen is not visible. I will make it visible. Wait. Whether it is visible now, reply through the chat window. Okay, you can answer. You can answer now. Okay, guys, let us move to the next question. Integrity check value is authentication data, confidentiality data, both A and B, neither A nor B. Okay, let us move to the next question. Next header in the ESP packet identifies next inbound packet header information, data type of the payload, information about padding, none of the above. Okay, let us move to the next question. Security parameter index, that is SPI in ESP packet, identify which security association it belongs to, whether this statement is true or false. Okay, let us move to the next question. So the next question is, read the question carefully. It is displayed on the screen. Padding is needed for padding is needed for some encryption algorithms which needs plain text to be multiple of some number of bytes, to write align pad length and next header in ESP packet, to provide traffic flow confidentiality, all of the above, none of the above. Okay, let us move to the next question. Replay attack means attacker obtaining the valid copy of a packet and retransmitting it with malicious intention, whether the statement is true or false. Okay, let us go to the next question. If anti-replay is enabled, sender must not allow sequence number 2 to the power of 32 plus 1. True or false? Okay, let's move to the next question. Default size of window used in anti-replay mechanism. That is size of the W in anti-replay mechanism. Default size is what? Okay, let us move to the next question. What is capital N in anti-replay mechanism? What is capital N in anti-replay mechanism? Okay, let us move to the next question. 10th question. Initialization vector is nothing but the seed data for certain encryption algorithms, whether the statement is true or false. Initialization vector is nothing but the seed data for certain encryption algorithms, whether this is true or false. Okay, let us move to the next question. See, carefully observe and answer. MAC means, that is full form of MAC with respect to authentication. What is the full form of MAC with respect to authentication? Okay, let us go to the next question. This will be the last question. MAC means with respect to devices in the network. Okay, we are done with all the questions. Oh, we have few more questions. Okay. Virtual private network uses transport mode, whether the statement is true or false. Virtual private network uses transport mode, whether the statement is true or false. So I'm observing few of you are complaining that you have a network problem. It's okay, don't worry. If you are getting connected, you answer. I've answered for 13. Virtual private network uses transport mode. This is true or false? Okay, now next, let us move to next question. Routine question. ESP trailers consists of three fields. Name them. ESP trailer consists of three fields. Name them. Okay, let us, I think this is the last question. Let us revisit the questions and let me clear you with the answer. Simultaneously, you count your answers and let me know in the chat window how many of you answered for how many correct. Okay. So this is the first question. ESP provides confidentiality, authentication, anti-replay service, all of the above, none of the above. Correct answer is ESP provides all of the above services, confidentiality, authentication, and also anti-replay service. The second question is integrity check value is. What kind of a data integrity check value is? Integrity check value is nothing but authentication data. Okay, it is not confidentiality data, it is only authentication data. So the correct answer is A, authentication data. Now the third question, next header identifies. The correct answer for next header identifies is data type of the payload. So the correct answer for the third question is B, data type of the payload. The fourth question is security parameter index SPI in ESP packet identifies which SCI it belongs to, whether the statement is true or false. Yes, this statement is true. So the right answer for fourth question is true. Next, fifth question. Padding is needed for some encryption algorithms which needs plain text to be multiple of some number of bytes, to right align pad length and next header in ESP packet, to provide traffic flow confidentiality. Yes, all the three statements are right. So the right answer for fifth question is D, all of the above. So the next question is sixth question. Replay attack means attacker obtaining the valid copy of a packet and retransmitting it later with malicious intention. Yes, this statement is true. If anti-replay is enabled, the seventh question is, if anti-replay is enabled, sender must not allow sequence number 2 raised to the power 32 plus 1. The statement is false. 2 raised to the power of 32. That itself it should not allow. It will be able to allow only till 2 raised to the power of 32 minus 1. Anything greater than that, it should not allow. So the eighth question is, default size of window used in anti-replay mechanism is 64. So the right answer is 64. So what is capital N in anti-replay mechanism? The capital N in anti-replay mechanism is the highest sequence number of the valid packet it received till now. So the next question is 10th question. Initialization vector is nothing but the seed data for certain encryption algorithm, whether this is true or false. Okay, so yes, the statement is true. It is acting as seed data for certain encryption algorithm. So MAC means with respect to authentication is message authentication code. MAC means message authentication code. You have MD5 algorithm, you have SHA algorithm to generate MAC. 12th question, MAC means with respect to device in the network, it is nothing but medium access control address. Okay, so it is the physical address, unique address for each and every host in the network. So it will be in the network interface card. We can't change this address. So it is the access control address of the each and every host uh, uh, in the network. Next, virtual private network uses transport mode. No, 13 for the right answer for the 13th question is false. Virtual private network uses tunnel mode. So 14th question, ESP trailer consists of three fields. Name them. So the three fields are padding, pad length, and next header. Okay, that's all. You have any doubts? Let me know.